Hey everyone, welcome back to All About April. I am so excited for today's episode. I am hopping on the bandwagon and I will be sharing with you my 10 before the end. Now, what does that mean? That means that I'm going to be sharing 10 books that I want to read before the year ends. Yes. So I love this particular trend. I think it's a great way to be able to set a healthy goal while also indulging in some great stories. So without further ado, let's figure out exactly what I plan on reading before the year ends. Let's go ahead and start off with number one, this book right here. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I have been sick, so this is gonna count towards it because I had already planned on doing it. I just couldn't record the video. But yes, this is a phenomenal story set in World War II. It's a dual story timeline of two sisters and exactly how they are dealing with life in Nazi occupied France. An absolutely beautiful story. I cried my eyes out. Also, you should be prepared for me to do a full review on this pretty soon. So yes, go on ahead, grab this. It's being turned into a major motion picture. Don't get it from the library. Buy it, okay? So, number two, I am also currently reading Sister Sister by Eric Jerome Dickey. If you've been following my YouTube page, then you know that this is the November selection for my book club. And this story follows along with some sisters who are in some relationships that maybe are more like situationships. They definitely seem to be a bit more one-sided, and we are learning exactly what happens as they continue with these relationships while also encountering maybe new ones. Eric Jerome Dickey, the late Eric Jerome Dickey, God rest his soul, is so wonderful at these things by telling both the male and female perspective very, very well. And we always honor who he is as a literary genius. So, book number three is going to be Curtis Jackson, 50 Cents, The Accomplice. I'm actually waiting for this book on audiobook. It should be coming in pretty soon through Libby. And this is telling the story of someone who is a cop, but they're following along from someone who knows secrets, they're blackmailing families, but ultimately everyone's life is in danger. So I'm like, ooh, child, this sounds a little bit like Power. This sounds a little bit like something that 50 would actually do. So yes, I am interested in this and I hope that you are too. Also, thank you to Amistad Books for delivering this book to me. So yes, you also check this out. Book number four is going to be Long After We Are Gone by Tara Shelton Harris. This book also won an award at Target. It's one of the best books of the year from Target, yes. And it's actually a family novel. So a father is passing away, and one of the things that he tells his kids is to keep their home in the family. Do not sell it. And so this setting is going to be in North Carolina, but ultimately within the family, there are a lot of secrets amongst the siblings. And I'm a little excited to be able to read this because I love these kinds of stories where you know that there's something to hold on to, but the family is striving to get to that place, but it's somewhat dysfunctional, but they do still love each other. So yes, Tara Shelton Harris. This is her second book that has come out, so I am really, really excited about it. Yes, go to Target, grab that ASAP if you do not already have it. For me, I will be reading it through ebook. Book number five is going to be The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. So I got this one from the library because someone on Instagram told me that this was a wonderful read, and they also told me that it was set in Napa Valley, and if you know me, that's like a dream of mine to go and visit that place. So yes, these obviously exes meeting up, but it's just one of those stories I've heard that just gives you all the feels. And this is her debut novel. So, being that I'm also committed to reading quite a few new to me authors, I just couldn't help but choose to end my year with a romance novel. Book number 6 is going to be by my girl, Joanna Levesque, otherwise known as the singer JoJo, Over the Influence. It's going to be her memoir. Now, listen, I've been following JoJo since her days of Blackground Records and Miss Leave Get Out. All right, hitting them high notes. Our girl was doing the thing. She even did a cover of SWV's Week. I love her cover as well. And then she's had other albums. So, what exactly has her story entailed? I don't know, because she did take a break from the music scene. We know that there were some issues with Blackground Records. And I love her music and I love her. And of course, I'm nosy, so I want to know what she wants to tell us. So yeah, I will be reading that also on audiobook. I just love doing memoirs through audiobook. I feel like people telling me their story is just a wonderful way for me to be able to relate to their personal life while also gaining a new perspective through reading in that format. So yes, I will be reading that one as well. Book number 7 is going to be Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. If you know, I am a huge Abby Jimenez fan. Love her. This is also the last book by her that I have not read. So this will complete her collection once I read this until her next book, Say You'll Remember Me, is released in 2025. So yes, I'm really, really excited about this one. If I'm not mistaken, this one deals with some neighbors, a half sister who has some issues, and then one is left to raise a child. I'm all about it, because one thing Abby knows how to do, she knows how to write a good love story. She's gonna include a lovable dog in there, but she's also gonna make sure to incorporate some appropriate mental health in her book as well. So, all excited about this one. Book number 8 is going to be by the late and great Frances Ray, In Another Man's Bed. So, main character, FMC, her husband gets in a bad car accident, even though he was cheating on her, and she's left to wonder exactly how she should handle this situation. But another male suitor enters the picture. So, should she be loyal to her husband even though he wasn't loyal to her? Or should she entertain the new suitor? I don't know, but Frances Ray is a great literary person, especially within the Black community, and we always live to uplift and honor her even in her absence. So definitely cannot wait to read this one. Next up is going to be Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This is actually her debut novel, and I have heard wonderful things about it. Once again, it's another love story, so I want to end my year on a high note. And what other way to be able to do that than by a book that is highly regarded within the book community and also gives us the feels. All right, so it's set in a nice, small summer town. These people, from what I understand, it also gives somewhat of a Hallmark vibe. And y'all know I'm in a season for Hallmark movies. So cannot wait to grab and dive into this one. And then finally, The Darkest Child. I have already talked about this book. Y'all know what it is. What happens when you are the darkest child, but you're also very, very intelligent, but your mama don't see life the same way that she sees it for you and the other many children that she has. Ugh, can't wait to dive into it. So, These are the 10 before the end that I plan to hop into. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you plan on reading any of these books. I cannot wait to hear from you in regards to that. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.